So we're getting the data communication coming in. It's going to be coax for now and a fiber line also. So that's good. And they're going to drop an extra pipe in the ground for me. 2-inch conduit with a pull tape so that I can run into that building and have lines running, back and forth easily without having to trench again, which makes good sense. I will tell you, these guys are quite efficient. This is kind of like a rough rendering of what I want the stairs to look like when they're completed. Just use the dirt to kind of carve it out. But, my vision of this would probably be using some kind of a flagstone layout. Much wider, as far as how these points are at the end, but it tapers in. I don't want it to kind of taper. I want it to go more in line with the pad itself. Very wide staircase that brings you down to the main level, in which case from here you can drive in and out through here, maybe even set it up where, because obviously you can drive down and over and down to the north side of the property where the river is. But I probably want to set this up to have a drive out going this way as well, so you can kind of come in and go out, in multiple different ways. What you see here, all these flags, this is going to be for the septic system that is going to be at this edge of the property or the house itself. The tank will live in this area from that flag. That's the output from the septic of the house, all coming through here. That'll kind of be the tank, and it'll be, at that level that you see. If you look at this marker, there's a line. There are 2 lines, but the bottom line, you can kind of just use that as a guide, but the top line is where the top of the tank will be. And then all this earth that you see is going to be graded to that level. And that grading has to come out to that marker and to this marker, and it starts to feather down from there. So the roadway starts after this marker, right? So you'll kind of drive and go around that tree and all that shrubbery that you see in the corner there. I'm going to just have to clear all that back down. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to clear this entire section so that the roadway that we put in place is just a nice, smooth, and easy run. This will all be basically drain field, to the side. And that keeps the septic system directly connected to the house itself. I won't need lift stations. I won't need any kind of pumps. It's all gravity fed, which means it will work, in perpetuity, really. All you need to do is just pump it out when necessary. And this tank is huge. It's like 1,500 gallons. So I don't think that we're going to need to be even worried about that for the first 2 or 3 years. So that's good. Our burn pile is getting bigger, as you can see. And now that they've lifted the restriction on burns, I can go ahead and start that. And this is going to be one hell of a fire. I think this thing will burn for a week, maybe 10 days at least. And there's plenty more. I mean, look at all the coverage, and this tree still has to come out. And I believe I'm going to do something with that one, which I hate, and these 2 as well. So the entirety of the site is going to be basically relatively clear. When you want tree coverage, you know, go north or over by the pond, which is what you see over there. But I don't want any coverage or shading at my house. I'm probably gonna bring in a 4-car carport and place it somewhere. I'm thinking this section here. And with that carport, I am going to place, use that for the solar racking. So that instead of having to put it on, you know, the brand new roof that you don't really want to put holes and penetrations into, I can use that rack and then just run copper, you know, coming across and then into the building. That would be an easier solution, really. And that also gives you the ability to get to those panels when they need cleaning without having to rent a scissor lift and, you know, obviously going way up to get to them. But yeah, so like I said, this area will be cleared and very, you know, very nice. We'll decorate it up pretty good. Give a nice direct walkway with maybe those stone seats that you can kind of lay out so people can come and sit around the pond if you want to. There's fish in there and all. It's pretty neat. And it's spring fed, which is also nice. There's a stupid little Rubbermaid building over there. I need to fix those doors and maybe even replace that thing. I hate it. Anyway, that's about the size of it for now. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. Like, share, subscribe, and hope to see you in future videos. Thanks a lot.